During ESPN's college game day broadcast on Saturday, things got a little wild when Bill Belichick himself apparently called Kirk Herbstreit right in the middle of a live discussion about the coach's shaky start at North Carolina. As Herbstreit defended Belichick, saying the 73 three-year-old coach was completely bought into the Tar Heels despite their 2-3 record in off-field drama, he suddenly held up his phone to show fellow panelists Nick Saban and Pat McAfee. McAfee immediately yelled, "Answer that! That's literally Bill Belichick calling right now." Herbstreit laughed and shook his head. "I can't answer." McAfee pressed again. "He has to be watching. He probably has something to say." Herbstreit smirked. "Yeah, he probably does." The hilarious moment happened live from Eugene, Oregon, as Game Day previewed the top 10 matchup between number 3 Oregon and number 7 Indiana. The call didn't derail the conversation, but it sure turned up the spotlight on Belichick's uncertain future at UNC. Earlier in the week, Belichick had released a short statement reaffirming his commitment to the program we're building here. Athletic Director Bubba Cunningham followed up, saying the coach has the full support of the university. Still, ESPN's Pete Thamel reported that those statements hint at tension behind the scenes. The fact that they needed to make statements 5 games into the Belichick era is a signal flare, Thamel said. At season's end, there's likely to be a crossroads, major changes to the roster and staff, or possibly an exit for Belichick. So far, the rebuild hasn't gone smoothly. The Tar Heels are 0-3 against Power 5 opponents with a brutal nigh as 87-point differential, one of the worst in the country. At 73, Belichick is the oldest head coach in college football. His NFL-heavy staff and massive roster overhaul haven't produced instant results in a sport where turnarounds can happen fast. Just look at Indiana. Head coach Curt Cignetti turned a Big Ten bottom feeder into a playoff Cinderella in year 1. Nick Saban defended Belichick on the show, saying, "Good coaches coach good players to play well. You have to give them time to get their kind of players before you judge." Pat McAfee shot back, "But coach, if you're patient with the wrong people." Saban grinned and dropped a classic line, "Then you're just luck." It was a funny exchange, but beneath the laughter, the message was clear. Bill Belichick's time at UNC is already at a turning point. The next few weeks could determine whether this bold college experiment becomes a redemption story or a short-lived misfire in a legendary career.